Hi, welcome to the Quinta, and this morning I've been doing a lot of strimming, and one of the tasks has been to clear around one of the trees which is sadly dead, so we're thinking about firewood. And much as I'd like to be just doing the Paliera, there's 101 other jobs that we've got to keep on top of as well. So, firewood, even though it's boiling hot at the moment and the last thing we're thinking about is heating. You can probably see I'm struggling here a bit. It's very steep, not particularly safe place to be working actually. Still, I've cleared the way for the big trunk to come down. We'll give that a go in a minute, but first of all, lunchtime. Well, that was a bit hairy. Still, it is down. Chopped up now. Right. Gosh, it's got really hot now, so I'm going to go and do something else. It's no fun when it's too hot. Still, we have got that big chestnut down. I shall come back and do the cherry possibly tonight when it's a little bit cooler. Yeah, you simply can't do everything in one day. And if you try, well, you just do it yourself in. Right. I think the first port of call is going to be a shower. I didn't get back to that tree, I just really couldn't be bothered. It was really boiling hot. And although it's cooler now, and I'm wearing a jersey, yeah, there's only so much you can do on a Sunday. Well, I want to show you this and see what you think. These are ancient roof tiles, and I think they probably came off the rock house way back. And I've got a good amount of those just stored around the place. And these are the tiles that are going to go back up onto the Paliera. Now, apologies, because this really isn't going to be the sort of project that is going to happen in a day. Got a lot of thinking to do about how we do it. But just imagine for the moment that these come up onto the apex and they just finish. Well, I was just thinking, what happens if I flaunch that into the edge? And that is the ultimate finish of the apex. I think that'd be pretty cool. Let's take one up there and have a look. You can see I've moved the boards and blocked off the death trap at the end. And put a little bit of the old cement stuff. It's actually lime. But yeah, anyway, what were we talking about? This So I want you to imagine that the roof is retiled. Now, I don't particularly like this edge here. I don't really want to have a massive lump of concrete showing. And there's a complication that I'll talk to you in a minute. But anyway, there we go. So we've got these old, they really look sort of handmade, don't they? These really old tiles. I was thinking that if I were to install them something like that, I can't get it to stay exactly where I want. Let's pretend it's over there. And get that in line. Wouldn't that be quite a cool way to finish it off? Obviously a bit of flaunching here, and we'll have a kick at the bottom. But yeah, what do you think? Reckon that would go all right? I do spend hours thinking about what I'm up to. This wall here is pretty good. I want to recycle some of the stuff into the concrete mix, because this is really friable. But this one looks okay by comparison to over here. This one, he says, treading on a board. This one, I'm actually going to have to bite the bullet, and I'm going to have to take out everything here, all of this muck, because it has no structural integrity at all. Looks like a rock. That needs cleaning off as well, and any rocks that I manage to put aside, we can actually put them into place and create some form of a decorative interior wall. But again, we've got to take all of this off and point it before we can even put some shuttering in. Yeah, so that's adding a bit of time. But these beams, my goodness me, look at them. They've had the sun on them, and they are pretty much as dry as they're ever going to be. So that's another job. Got to give them a damn good brush with a brush made of metal, whatever that's called. And yeah, as I say, a load of pointing. That's not too bad actually. Yeah, because I want to plaster this, not just point it, because Ev doesn't want the interior of the bedrooms to be stone. She wants them to be nicely finished, which is pretty much a good idea. Concrete is actually harder than the stone, so I've got to be quite careful taking this off. It's literally pure cement. So as I say, I'm going to use this stone here, this sand, to mix into the concrete that I'm going to pour. So yeah, just a little bit less to buy. Save a few pennies. I'd been hoping that I wouldn't have to take this wall down at all, but I think having a flat surface to pour the ring beam onto is pretty essential, don't you? Okay, so what I want to do is to run this along here, and then I will screw the boards to it to get them leveled up, and that will form the outside of the shutter. Got to pretty much do the same on the inside, and take it from there, really. Do come along on the journey next time. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon, and you will get a notification for the next video. Take care of yourself. See you next time. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that at the moment. So I'm going to go and do some thinking.